Villanova's shown they can do it, and I think this year 2 for Mike Young, he's going to have that adjustment for his team in the ACC, which would likely be a shortened season as Gillespie knocks down the 3.
Non-conference season goes along. Aluma at the expiration of the...
It evolved to the point where, I mean, look, consider them a blue blood or not, they're the class of college basketball up there with Gonzaga's. Gillespie gets
yards to the next.
And look, had Brunson stayed a little bit longer, he'd certainly be in that conversation. But I think of those program guys that grow with the program and the program grows with them. That's a special thing. And to have that, to be able to make that phone call through Jay.
Will turn the ball over. A couple of substitutes for Virginia Tech. Naheem Aline, the sophomore, and Cartier Jada, the grad transfer from Kansas.
Easy jumper. Feed the hot hand.
8 for 24 in the first 2 games. Gillespie 3 for 4 tonight. Here's Aline, flanked by Robinson Earl, one of the great defenders in the country, and Aline gets a 3. State. Jermaine Samuels on the take. And the rebound cleared by the Hokies and Tyrese Radford. Underneath, nobody got to Aluma, and Kebe Aluma has it. Daniels on the feed from Gillespie at 3.
A guy like Colin Gillespie is able to make to that wing open 3-pointer.
Radford, wild shot, he got it to go.
Your communication. Can we pick up our communication? Can we identify risks on the floor? Can we get back in transition and start to take control of this basketball game? Because right now they're getting driven.
This is Beatty. Ooh. Nice little stop fake, and Beatty.
They're attacking with the bounce.
Gillespie rattles it in. Colin Gillespie.
Really like Chris Mooney. He's a guy you just root for. He's a really good dude. He's a good coach. Not the easiest place to win at a high level.
Hunter Couture with
him an open look. Now you're keeping the defense honest.
Cole Swider off the bench. His first shot is a 3. Shot 46% from 3 in the non-conference last year, down to 25% in conference.
It's called scouting.
Offensive rebound, Tyrese.
Is what gets you those open looks. So you've got to establish the balance first. And also, you want to play a certain way to get the players that can play the system that you want. That's just a grown man's finish.
Caleb
in terms of Daniels, to put the ball on the floor and take.
Daniels again. Left-handed this time, won't go. Up ahead, Jada got the leak out from Radford, and Cartier Jada finishes.
Sounds fighting physically and continue to be aggressive on the offensive end.
77-62 winners over Radford Wednesday in their only game of the season. Gillespie swishes a 3, his 3rd. It's all the way around by Villanova. Swider came in to clean it up. Gillespie again. And Gillespie drains another.
Virginia Tech on this 9-2 run.
Counter is a Villanova.
Really hard to cover because it goes against all your defensive principles.
Inside Robinson Earl from Samuels. Jeremiah Robinson Earl. I love that. Enunciating the fundamentals. That is a perfect phrase for this team. Mutz ties the game up. Busters one in.
We just have to enforce them as they are. Because I feel like our officials have been doing this for so long. They have better feel than we give them credit for. They know what someone's doing to gain advantage, and they know when someone's doing really just happens to be incidental.
And there are a lot of things officials can do on those plays now. You can make it a flagrant, you can leave it a common foul, you can change to a cylinder, and that's what they did here. In the lane, Aluma on the
amount of time it often takes. And I don't know what to do about that. Again, I don't have a solution, but I think those points in the paint are going to lead to better looks from 3, whether it be in this game or the rest of the season. They're going to develop a better balance and start to take on the identity of what Mike Young wants this program to be.
Colin Gillespie, 16 in the first half for Villanova. And Gillespie fouled by Wabisa B. And he is an 83% free throw shooter in his career.
And they definitely put the ball in the hands of the guys they trust, especially down the stretch here.
Virginia Tech can hold for the final shot. Jada with an attack. Cartier Jada smothered by Slater. A 3 from Beatty is no good. And that's how the first half ends. Good ball game. Rebounds one night, which Jeremiah Robinson-Earl did 2 nights ago. Had that player score 2 in the first half against an ACC team 2 nights ago and not be trailing.
Just ran a great like Villanova, where they're going to switch some things and not others. Forced communication about 4 different times and got the play on a slip to the basket. It was really impressive.
That's really impressive, too. He's with 6 players with 8 points or more in their win over Radford Wednesday. Here's a hard drive and a blocking foul on the drive from Justin Mutz. Gillespie.
Let's get even better. Kyle Gillespie in position.
Justin Mutz they only have 5 assists as a team.
Yeah, that's part of it. Now, part of that is how they've played through Gillespie with a hot hand. He's created a lot for himself.
Aline! Naheem
about the apprehension that both coaches had about this game. Now, it wasn't that they didn't like that they had this game. It's that it's a tough opponent for both teams. And a lot of things that Virginia Tech's doing that are just, it's a challenge. It really tests you in a
Luma left it way long.
Oh, Moore did a good job. You know, they're seeking out certain switches. If they get a certain switch, there's confidence in getting the ball in the post, and that's big. Justin Moore knocked down a 3 and all of a sudden feel like a superstar. That's just the way this game is.
Tyrese Radford, a hard drive.
And Justin Moore.
It's exactly what jumped out at me looking at that replay. His eyes are never stationary, Colin Gillespie. 20 points, 3 assists. How about a 4th assist, Robinson-Earl?
Your eyes. And I'm not talking like a fake no-look. You know how a guy does a no-look pass in transition? It doesn't really count. LeBron does that sometimes. Where he'll, not me.
Daniels. Villanova back in front. Caleb Daniels.
Let alone exhibitions where you get polished. I think that was the most impressive thing to me coming into this game was how polished Villanova looked. Not as much tonight, but I still feel like they can figure some things out.
Robinson-Earl's second chance. He'll go to the line. That game at Bankers Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. What can you take out of this?
The way these games get put together.
Bamisil, the freshman, rims out a 3 at the shot clock buzzer.
And that's ultimately what is so impressive about Gonzaga right now. Villanova's close.
3 to shoot. Gillespie. Jada's all over him. Gillespie draws the foul.
In terms of those disciplines, late shot clock disciplines, late game scenarios, halftime scenarios, whatever, you have to make sure these guys are aware at all times, time and score situation right now, with limited practice and no exhibition.
Season. And he goes 1 for 3.
That moment where you hear about tempo and you're like, ah. And you're like, we got Villanova.
Yep.
Oh. You try not to get too excited because you felt badly for tempo.
Of course, everybody's healthy and safe. And Mutz draws a blocking foul. It's a key part of that Elite 8 team absolutely. A couple of years ago.
Maybe a key part of this group as well.
Aluma.
I'm telling you.
And Aluma makes this a 4-point. Robinson-Earl, a quiet night. He has only 6 points. Samuels has the ball now. And Jermaine Samuels scores for the first.
Touch of the post from a strength standpoint.
Robinson-Earl.
It's good defense.
Radford's 11th rebound. Mutz for 3. Yes! Justin Mutz, the grad, 18 from 3 last year with Delaware. He just hit his first attempt as a Hokie. Daniels threw it on the rim. Robinson-Earl, second chance, third chance, and final. Jada runs the show, again beating on the bench with those 4 fouls. Aline buries a 3, his 4th.
Just a different situation. You defend with a different hand, you contest with a different hand than you do with a right-handed shooter. There's just something to that. And I don't know how to explain it, but there is.
Gillespie trying to get the upper hand on Jada, who blocked his shot. Foul was against Cartier Place. A couple of players with 3 for Villanova, but that's
great. But you always wonder with the strength, that's a travel, with the strength of Villanova, how much they wear you down. Jake Paul, everybody knows Jake Paul. He's a YouTube sensation. The heck that means. Goodness gracious.
Spoken by someone who's not a YouTube sensation, not yet.
Someday.
We'll get there.
Nate Robinson's gonna smoke that guy. He's an athlete, man.
Robinson-Earl no good. Virginia Tech with the ball down by 4. Hokies haven't led it since 2.5 minutes into this second half. Villanova stretched the lead out to as much as 11. Virginia Tech has roared back. Beatty. Trying to worm his way around Gillespie. Here's Radford. Tyrese Radford rattles it out. Rebound to Samuels.
He did a good job of just keeping his dribble. You keep your dribble alive, you keep the play alive. You pick up your dribble in a bad spot, everything's dead. For Virginia Tech, you're down 4. This is a situation. It's a situation for Villanova to figure out how you're going to close out games. It's a situation for Virginia Tech to figure out how we're going to come back, take control down the stretch, and who we're going to go to. Who do we trust the most?
Gillespie 5 for 8 at the free throw line after that miss.
Oh, you go to sleep thinking about those things. I've got to think Keve Aluma is going to be involved in the offense here offense down the stretch. He's been good. You got the switch. You got the mismatch down low with Samuels.
Trying to force the ball into him, and who was the last to touch it?
It gives him a chance to get position against a smaller player.
Radford on a foul before the shot. The hooky.
You go here. You go here and you make this read. If he doesn't.
Free throw shooter last year. Hits both. Top 5 upset involving a team from Virginia in Bubbleville this week. Number 4 Cavaliers went down to San Francisco yesterday, 61-60. Wow. Number 3 on the ropes, but Jeremiah Robinson Earl puts the Cats back up by 4.
He's been pretty quiet all night, and that was a demonstrative, confident move.
Has not shot it well, but he still has 10 points. Beatty looking to feed Aluma. Back out Beatty for 3. Yes! 1-point game!
But then I like the ISO ball that they've been able to play. You know, you trust your players to make plays, and I think you got the ball in the right guy's hands in Colin Gillespie. Give him space, let him work.
Both teams in the bonus, under 90 seconds to play. Justin Moore, fronted by Aline. Moore backing down, 5 to shoot. Double team, Robinson Earl. And he got the roll. Villanova's up by 3.
Almost like a little bit of movement, not good spacing early. But then you get the ball, and I believe it was Samuel's hands, and he just starts backing down, goes to work. Actually, no, it was Justin Moore.
Beatty, no good, and we've got a whistle. Missed it. Rebound to Samuels.
You're going to see a lot of what we've seen this second half, where you move it a little bit, take time off the clock, and then trust your playmakers to make a play. Even that last play where Justin Moore made the right pass to Jeremiah Robinson Earl to shoot a nice little 15-foot jumper.
Beatty slapping at the basketball. Gillespie takes him into the lane. Gillespie out to Samuels. Samuels lost the ball. Beatty on the deck. Samuels twisted up by Beatty, and we've got a foul at the free throw line. 1-and-1, and he missed it. Virginia Tech with a timeout down by 3. 2 or 3.
I think you got to take the quickest shot. Take the 2.
That is a very difficult shot. Cleaned up by Aluma. He missed it. Ball is still loose. Grabbed by Jada. No. 4th opportunity. Jada. And we get a whistle. That shot will not count.
Now I look at this last timeout.
5 against top 3 teams. Remember, they beat Michigan State. Win for a Mike Young team as Jada hits both free throws for Villanova. He can run it after the made free throws. Daniels gets it to Moore. And a foul against Jada. 10 seconds to go. Off. A 1-and-1 situation missed. Virginia Tech can win it with a basket. It's Radford with 5 to go. Jada, Cartier Jada on a handoff. Wow. Aluma, yes, and a foul with 1.3 to go.
What a pass! And closeout. Colin Gillespie had to close out hard. Here's the closeout, and he's able to get just enough space to draw a defender, and Keve Aluma, who's had a terrific basketball game with 18 points right now, goes to the free throw line to give Virginia Tech a...
Aluma.
Yep. Nope.
He banks it in. Amazing.
It's harder than you think to miss a shot.
No, put in. Eric Dixon gets a screen set up for Moore, and there's a foul against Moore. Virginia Tech will take it over. Virginia Tech can win it again. Jada for the win. And we are going to overtime in Bubbleville. Wabisa Beatty has fouled out of the game. Justin Moore has 4 fouls for Villanova. Justin Mutz Cartier-Jada 4 fouls for Virginia Tech, which starts the 5-minute overtime with the ball. Are we having fun yet?
Sort of.
Sort of.
Stressed me out a little bit there. Virginia Tech has had answers. Defensively, they've been much better here in the second.
Gillespie crosses Jada. Missed it.
I mean, Gillespie, first half to second, has kind of been the difference. He was huge in the first half, but they found a little more balance in the second.
18 points in the first half, 7 in the second. A 3. It's good. It's Justin Mutz, who was 2.
Justin Mutz is the one that fouled Justin Moore. And to hit that shot, that's gotta feel good. Give your team a 3-point lead here in overtime.
Tells you something about that kid, that he can shake it off that quickly. Robinson Earl into the body of Aluma. No foul. Good defense. And then a foul going the other way as
easier reads, too, on the offensive end.
0.2 points, 8.5 rebounds per game at Delaware.
This year, I got a scholarship. I might not have room for you next year.
I feel you. I feel you. I'll say in Mutt's case, it looks like they'd be pretty happy to have him around another year as Aluma rejects the shot from Daniels, and Virginia Tech has the ball with all 5 points here in overtime. Mutz again. Nearly a travel. He threw it off the head of Robinson Earl, and the takeaway for Gillespie. Villanova's been so good cashing in off turnovers in this game. And they cannot hear as Moore misses a 3.
By Jay Wright. I wasn't really apprehensive, but was just kind of like, he's showing a lot of respect for Mike Young. A well-coached team. And who are your closers?
Villanova playing its 3rd game in 4 days to open up the season. Aluma on the handoff, Radford. Mutz had Gillespie on him, didn't want to take him. Instead, it's Aluma. Backing down Samuels, nowhere to go. Aline fires a 3. Rebound to Moore. Justin Moore only 5 points in the game, 1 for 6 from the field, but he was. Half-court pressure for Villanova, split by Aline. Jada has space. Passes up the 3. Trying to beat Moore off the dribble. Moore did a nice job. Back out to Jada. In and out for 3. And another rebound for Justin Moore. Moore, confident. Off the iron. And
by Moore, I think you can get something better, even if you went back to an isolation for somebody.
Jada will use the screen from Aluma. Aline off the shot fake, a 2. And Naheem Aline buries it.
Nice looking shot, nice looking golf swing, nice looking baseball swing, you name it. But he's got good footwork into the shot as well.
Good find, Samuels. Another good find, Daniels. Caleb Daniels a 3 in front of the Villanova bench.
Deal with this pressure. A lot of length up top.
Jada in a very difficult spot. Jada got it to Radford, got it to Aluma, got it in the hoop, and a chance for a 3-point play. Gillespie tried to draw the charge instead. Caleb Daniels brings it up. Daniels a difficult 3, not in rhythm. Rebound to Jada. And Jada is fouled by Daniels.
Using the floor is just as dangerous as the guy they went in for.
He's got 3 assists, played some strong defense. Missed it there, still a 2-possession game if you hit 3s. Gillespie. And what do we have here?
Don't a foul.
Here in the bubble.
And now 2.
Robinson Earl hits both. So Villanova to Couture. And Couture is instantly fouled. 2 at the line last year. Not a great day with a small sample size. 2 for 2 there. That's pretty good. Pointer makes this a 1-possession game. Gillespie got caught up in no man's land. Robinson Earl misses a 3. Rebound to Mutz. He is fouled. And Virginia Tech can take it. I know it's 1 game and is 16 seconds away from taking down the number.
Wofford beat when Mike Young was there. I mean, they know what they're dealing with, and I think it's just a matter of time.
Gillespie no good from 3. And Schweider will commit the foul. 22 points, 8 rebounds tonight.
Needs to get into the post, and they found him. I think that's something. Boston College.
Daniels, one more heave. It's short, put back there from Schweider. And Villanova will use an opener. They found out they were playing Villanova not even 48 hours ago.